My talking chops on. Right, Katie, Sean, Katie. Right, here's the crack. We've become a bit of a one-trick pony. Although we've become anime kids. All of our videos, at the minute, are just
reactions.
It's just all Attack on Titan, all reactions. So we've got to go back. We've got to change it up. We've got to start doing what we used to do. Lie down, you. Hey, lie down. Shut up. Hey, shut up. What did I say? Yeah. So we're gonna start reacting to stuff. We're gonna start playing games again, and we're gonna do our podcast again. We're gonna start doing our podcast again.
Podcast.
Yeah. Sliced my finger open on a bloody paper bag earlier on. Because they just... Shut up!
He's sneezing.
Lie down. Lie down. I've got no reason to sneeze. Yeah. What we'll talk more about with the podcast when that next happens. Right. Here's the crack. Moon Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Another series.
Oh, it's soon, isn't it?
No idea. Maybe we'll see in the trailer. I have no idea.
Sure. Maybe not.
Oscar Isaac. Marvel's on a bit of a roll with its series at the minute. Some would argue that The Eternals should have been a series. Came out recently.
Yeah,
well,
we both watched it.
Most people would argue that it should have been a series. Too many characters in one film.
It wasn't bad. It definitely wasn't as bad as the reviews made it out to be.
No.
The reviews were terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible.
But it wasn't terrible at all.
No, it was, but definitely should have been a good 12 episode series.
Do you think?
40 minutes at least each. I didn't care about most of the characters. There's only maybe 2 characters that I cared about. One of them was never in it.
What about Ajax? Spoiler alert.
No, Dane.
Zelma Hayek. Who?
Dane. Kid Harington.
Dane Whitman. Oh.
Like he was the best character in it, apart from.
It was just kind of
Icarus.
there.
The only like really good bits that were in it were Arishem, when Arishem was there.
Oh, he was cool looking.
Oh yeah, it was
it's really giving us like now I'm just like if you ever do Galactus, I'm gonna be past myself.
Anyway, we're not talking about the Eternals.
Yeah.
That might be that might be a podcast
yeah.
topic. We'll see. We thought we'd react to Moon Knight. See what the crack is. Oscar Isaac, good actor, good character as far as I know. I don't really know that much about Moon Knight, so this might be a bit of a learning curve.
I think isn't it supposed to be like a split personality thing?
Yeah.
I don't know much about Moon Knight, but
let us know down in the comments a little bit about Moon Knight without spoiling anything for us.
Well, I mean, they wouldn't know what to spoil, would they?
Maybe not in the show, but definitely in his character. Oh look, he's doing a Rubik's Cube with one hand.
Hello, and welcome to Staying Awake.
I have a sleeping disorder. I can't tell the difference between my waking life and dreams.
Hello, and welcome to Staying Awake.
He's got a weird accent, hasn't he?
Ouch. That would do some damage to your ankles, that.
Oh yeah. I'm glad Oscar Isaac's in the MCU.
He was a good actor.
The shame about Apocalypse.
You're bloody useless, Stevie.
Stephen. I can't tell the difference between life and dreams.
What on earth is that now?
Lost the contact lens.
Hope you find it.
March, yeah, that's a very cool.
Quite soon. Oh, that is. It's quite creepy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're alive. What's wrong with you, Mark?
Why did you call me Mark?
He's doing a weird accent.
Difficult.
The voice in your head. There's chaos in you.
He said chaos and it made us think of Wanda using chaos magic.
But he is a magical type.
Embrace the chaos.
He's a magical type character, isn't he? Well, it looks like it.
Oh my god. Are we gonna get a whole suit look?
God damn. Those look cool as well. Is he not like supernaturally?
I'm really not sure. I really don't know much. I've never
That was
really.
cool. I thought it was because if you look at whatever he was beating up there, it was not human. It looks like it's come through the mirror.
Or they've just smashed up the mirror.
Maybe. Oh, look at it.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah.
Doesn't look human. Because my thing is, especially after I've watched Eternals, I don't want to keep talking about Eternals, but especially since I've watched Eternals, it seems like they are going down the supernatural route now. Obviously, Blade's coming into it, which is going to bring vampires and that into it. So if that's the case, it makes sense for someone like, if Moon Knight is, supernatural. You don't just want one supernatural character, do you? You don't want it to just be Blade.
I just love the look of his suit. It looks like the designs. Like, do you think it looks a bit like Mummy with like the details on his face?
It looks like Azrael from the Batman Arkham Asylum games. It looks a little bit like that. You don't get that, but other people will. He does look cool though.
But I know a lot of people have been happy because apparently his suit looks a lot like his comic suit. So,
to be fair, Marvel have started to go, right, okay, let's stop being silly, let's start giving people their actual suits.
Wanda,
Sam, Spider-Man, what's the other one? Is it the big one that I'm forgetting? Recent. It's a recent one. What was it? You put me off with Wanda.
Sorry.
Anyway, yeah. So they've started giving people their suits again, and it's if it does look like the comic, then I'm sure people will be chuffed. But it's cool though that Oscar Isaac looks like he's going to be the good guy, and Matthew, one of the Foxes, is playing the bad guy.
Well, it might not necessarily be a bad guy. It might be like a mentor type.
Yeah, he might be the one like passing. If it is a supernatural thing, it might be something that gets passed on.
See there, that's kind of weird. Like, people almost seem to be like obsessed with him.
Yeah.
Like he's some kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. Like he's some kind of like figurehead, like someone people look up to in a way.
Oh.
Like not like a famous person because they haven't got like phones or anything out.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is what a lot of people would do if it was a celebrity. But he seems like they're almost seem to be like, a little obsessed with him. Maybe I'm reading too much into it.
No, because they all bow. But he's got handcuffs there. This guy over here's got a gun. This guy's dressed exactly the same as him.
Like his guards.
Oh, that's interesting. But then who's that?
Well, that's Oscar Isaac, isn't it? You should see him there.
In your head.
Yeah. Why? It's so weird. I have no idea. I think that's honestly, that's the best thing about Marvel at the minute is there's so many avenues that it goes down that's open to them now. They've basically just went, right, okay, there you go. And it's got like, especially after Endgame, you've got the likes of Spider-Man No Way Home happening, which has just blew everyone's minds, especially mine. With Loki happening, it's like
They're just opening but with the multiverse comes all sorts of possibilities.
Then again, you've got the Eternals, which is like completely cosmic. It's a different sort of. But then you can shrink it down again with things like Falcon and Winter Soldier, where it's like we've also got like quite a lot of stuff happening on just Earth. So if Moon Knight's the start of the supernatural element, it's just yet another road for Marvel to go down. It's starting to get ridiculous how much better Marvel is than DC. But we'll save that for another time.
I'm just curious who else is going to be in this, because they seem to be bringing a lot of already established characters into the series. That's something they've kind of been doing. So I'm curious, what do you
mean in the other series?
Like in the other series, they're bringing already established characters into it, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like cameos and stuff like that. So I'm just curious if there's going to be anything like that in here, or if it's just going to be
I'll have a look.
Oscar Isaac.
See if we've got any notable cast members. Oh, Emily Van Camp, Sharon Carter,
Okay.
Ethan Hawke. Who did I say? Did I say Matthew Fox? Ugh, what a dipstick. Gaspard Ulliel, who is Anton Mogar. But apart from that, there's only 5 characters that have been revealed. So Sharon Carter's in this apparently. Ooh. But again,
which is kind of weird because she is kind of dodgy in the Falcon Winter Soldier, isn't she?
Yeah. Randall Spector, that's his name.
Randall Spectre.
That's a name, innit? So Google
Cool
Randall
name.
Spectre.
We might find out some important information that we shouldn't know yet.
No, he's just called the Shadow Knight.
He's Moon Knight and he's the Shadow Knight.
Yeah. Oh god, imagine being so cool that your normal name's Randall Spectre and your bad guy name is the Shadow Knight.
You're just assuming he's the bad guy. He might not be the bad guy.
Well, I mean, it's pretty. You know, he's very bad guy-ish, isn't he?
Yeah, but it's very Marvel to go, hey, look, here's the good guy, here's the bad guy.
Yeah, but I think you
But
learned
then
from Iron Man 3 not to do that.
But they do that all the time, though.
When?
What do you mean, when?
When have they ever done that?
Well, they did it with the Eternals.
No, see, no,
Yeah.
no.
No.
Who did they make? Oh, right, okay. So they basically went the deviants are the bad guys, but in reality, it's I get that one. I get that.
They've done it a few times where they've kind of gone, okay, here's the bad guy. They did it with Spider-Man Far From Home. Was that the second one? Yeah. Even though everyone knew Mysterio was the bad guy,
that one wasn't
they
a big
still
one.
try to pawn him off as the good guy. They do it where they kind of try to catch you out.
I know, but he's got a very sort of Carnage look about him, except good.
Wow.
I was excited about Carnage, but the film was crap. Okay, the film was damn crap.
So it is curious though, because he thinks that he has a sleeping disorder.
Yeah.
And so he ties himself up as like, I guess it's something from sleepwalking.
Yeah.
Right? But in reality it's a personality disorder.
Yeah.
It is what it makes it seem like he's almost
insane.
Or that he thinks is insane.
Yeah.
But it could just be could just be like Moon Knight, like his alter ego, I guess.
Yeah. I am chuffed that Oscar Isaac's in the MCU though.
He's a good actor.
He is a good actor, but
I was happy when they confirmed
yeah,
him.
yeah, that's definitely not human.
Yeah. Well,
Whatever that is.
Yeah. I wonder where it's going to take place. I know it makes it seem like it takes place in like Egypt because you see like the pyramids and stuff there. So is it taking place in Egypt or is it just?
No idea. This is a proper Karen though.
Real catch you are. You're
It
bloody
also said the
useless,
ancient Egyptian.
Stevie.
Stephen.
Karen.
Yeah,
It does seem.
Ancient
There's a
Egyptian.
lot about Egypt, isn't there?
Yeah.
Um,
But also at the same time, he gets this, like, what you presume is his old phone, and he gets a call from a woman.
Yeah.
Called them Mark. So is it like, is his like personality disorder so bad to the point where he just forgot about
who he is.
who he really was?
This is where you can come in, fam. Tell us everything you know about Moon Knight. I wanted to see that shot. I'm never going to be able to stop on that. Yeah, so it's yeah, I don't know.
And like his suit just appears. I love the way his suit appears. That like materializes around him.
Yeah.
That's like very convenient. If I was gonna have a superhero suit, I'd want it to materialize around us. Because just having to get changed at like spandex and stuff just seems so inconvenient.
Yeah, I was hoping to see a date, but if it's Motorola, you're never going to see a date.
Is that like a flip phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like one step up from the Nokia brick. Yeah, so it's almost like he's been plagued by essentially himself. Like he's been followed.
Chaos in you.
Jeez.
So he must have. Ooh, tell me that.
It must go to Egypt, obviously.
I imagine it's Egypt that's going to sort of
Embrace the chaos.
unlock it in himself.
Who says that? Who says embrace the chaos?
Well, I'm guessing it's.
It doesn't sound like him though.
It does.
There's chaos in you.
Literally sounds exactly like him.
Embrace the chaos.
It is very mummy-y though, that bit there when you sort of see it wrapping itself around him.
Yeah.
It is very mummy-y. Mummy-ish. But that doesn't look like Egypt.
Well, no, I don't. I presume it wouldn't all take place in Egypt. Would it? Was that? Wait, go back to what he was fighting there. And like press play. Doesn't it not look like he's fighting a thing there that had like the head of a dog? Do you know, like I don't know much about Egyptian history, but don't they like worship? Isn't that like a thing that has a dog head? Isn't that something in Egypt?
Anubis had the head of a dog. I think.
I really...
Again, I'm not well versed in my Egyptian mythology. But
it looked like it was like
Anubis. I'm sure Anubis had. Looks like he has the head of a dog.
Yeah.
Jackal, the head of a jackal.
Oh.
Same thing.
Well, do you just not just think it looks similar?
Maybe.
Like the face and the maybe not, but this is me just trying to find links to Egypt because I would like it for it to be.
No, I definitely love maybe.
I just want to see other areas of. We always get like New York. We got like the UK, like London and stuff. I want to see like other.
When did we get London? Oh, we got it in Spider-Man, didn't we?
I want to see like other parts of Earth.
Yeah.
You know, like different places.
The other thing is I want to see is as well. It's happened. I can't remember how many times it's been talked about, but the snap. I want to know. There's got to be more in the world than just.
Yeah.
You know, the snap happened. Everyone came back. Because it was like half the world was killed, and it's not just humans. Half everything was killed.
In the universe, yeah.
No, not. I mean, just on Earth. It wasn't just humans that were killed. Animals and bugs and everything were killed. And but then,
that's why I said universe.
so what happens is, and obviously we've seen it from what's she called? Was it Monica Rambeau in One Division?
What you see her come back.
You see her come back, and we saw
Yelena
come back, and for them it was like they're gone back straight away, but it's 5 years later. But then there must have been people who were like flying, and you know, they just come back in the middle of the sky and stuff like that, and it's like.
Well, you saw some stuff like that, didn't you? But I get what you mean. Like, it would be curious to know, like,
because the snaps
what if there were astronauts that got blipped, and they're just like they appear floating in space? Like, that'd be terrifying.
Because it's like it's almost. Because you had the Infinity Saga. The snap for me is essentially what separates the Infinity Saga from everything else. It's like everything that came after it's its own saga now, but it's the snap. Especially Iron Man's snap. Iron Man snap or.
Oh, 3 snaps.
Yeah. Okay. So following the 2 snaps really, because you can't really count Thanos because it was 5 years. 5 years after before, but basically the 2 snaps that came in Endgame, you know, were essentially like. I forgot what I was going to say again. Lie down. Yeah, the 2 snaps in Endgame acted as sort of like almost like the Battle of Yavin for Star Wars. You know how everything's referred to as a number BBY before the Battle of Yavin, so you can tell like the time frame of the thing.
Yeah.
That's what I think those 2 things are now. So it's the starting point of the next saga is those 2 snaps.
I want to see like some. And I know I've said it before, like in all the videos that we've done, but like for me, like they made a big deal about the snap, like having this massive like surge of energy. But like it happened 3 times on Earth. They all took place on Earth. So you're telling me that energy isn't going to have some kind of effect on something? I know I've said before, like, oh, what if that's what, like, caused the mutant gene to activate or whatever, and that's how we get mutants, but I want to see, like, more from the snaps. I want, like, there to be more of, like, an effect. So far, we've just seen people reappear, and we saw some chaos in One Division, like, from the hospital.
Yeah.
But that was pretty much it, and like a little bit from Spider-Man, but that was pretty much it. I want to see like more, like a bigger scale, or like
Sure, just how.
Yeah, obviously we did see it in Falcon Winter Soldier as well, but that was more of like a political thing, wasn't it?
Yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, who the hell does Irisham the Judge think he is? Like,
where did that come from?
3 Infinity Gauntlet snaps on Earth, right? None on any other planet in the universe, and he's just going to wipe us out. Who the hell does he think he is? And better yet, who does Richard Madden think he is?
Well, there's a reason why they chose Earth as an egg, basically, for a celestial.
Yeah.
Clearly they knew the potential of the planet, but they didn't imagine it'd be...
Right, so, guess. Here's my guess. Either Blade turns up in this, or Dane Whitman does.
I mean, best case scenario, both of them turn up. I'd be more than happy for both of them.
Because if this is sort of supernaturally, it's not necessarily vampires, which is Blade's area, but you know, the Ebony Blade could quite easily come into it, and if he comes into it, then I'm guessing Mr. Whitman has to turn up as well.
Well, they mentioned the Ebony Blade in Eternals.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, but they had it, didn't they?
Oh.
Doesn't
Dane Whitman has it?
Sprite? No, Sprite says, is that the Ebony Blade?
Yeah, but in the post-credit scene, Dane Whitman's got it.
Yeah.
Have you not seen the post-credit scenes?
I've seen the post-credit scene. I thought that was a different sword.
No, he's got the Ebony Blade. And yeah, I would just like to see that guy. I can't say his first name, Mr. Ali. You know, looking as Blade, because he's a good actor.
I don't know. I'm really intrigued by this because it's like, obviously whenever like they announce something that I don't really know much about, it is really interesting because it's like a whole other avenue.
Yeah.
They could just do anything and I'd probably be impressed.
Thing is, as well, is that Marvel's been knocking it out the park with the series.
Despite a lot of people give like grief on the series, I think because of the structure obviously isn't the same as a movie. But it's still, that's the thing though, isn't it? It's like, it kind of has to be. There's a reason they're doing the series for those characters, and it's because...
Well, I've heard... all of the series that I've heard that people have spoken about, especially the 3 big ones, which is Falcon, Winter Soldier, WandaVision and Loki. Was there another one after that? What If? I know What If was one as well. What If was basically a 2-episode show, wasn't it? It was the 2 big episodes, the one with Doctor Strange, the one with the end, basically.
Yeah.
For me, that was worth watching the whole series, was just to see those 2 episodes. But a lot of people didn't like Loki because there's not that much action in it. But I think Marvel's got to the point now where if people say that, that's just an invalid criticism. I don't need loads of action in a Marvel movie anymore.
Well, I feel like that's pretty much been the same for all the series. Any criticism that I've seen from series, it's been about the action.
But then you get Falcon Winter Soldier, which had a lot of action in it, but the bad guy wasn't very good. Like, Carly wasn't a good bad guy. And I know most people will say that she wasn't really a bad guy because she is kind of right what she's saying. Mm-hmm. But she is still the antagonist of the series, isn't she? Her and Walker, or whatever he was called, US agent. Is that his name? John Walker? I forget his name. Anyway, the guy who was the new Captain America but lost his mind.
Yeah.
But that was the big criticism for that one. And then obviously WandaVision got a lot of criticism because it was completely different to everything Marvel had done.
Well, WandaVision was always going to get criticism because it was the first series, and so everyone was there was a lot riding on it, and there was a lot of like focus on it.
It was the first series, wasn't it?
No, WandaVision was. It's been over a year since it came out.
Yeah, but we reacted to WandaVision, didn't we? We didn't react to Falcon Winter Soldier.
We reacted to Falcon and Winter Soldier. We didn't react to WandaVision.
Did we? Oh.
Yeah, but I mean that seemed to be the common thing. People don't like how doesn't seem to be as much action in it compared to a movie. But the difference is that the reason they're doing the series for those characters is because they're characters that they need to tell, like they need to like
show where they're
progress
going
them a bit more. Like Wanda, she didn't really have she had progression, but that story was like. It was so they could show like where she's going next, like so she'd become the Scarlet Witch finally and lead on to Doctor Strange. It was kind of like
and it didn't just go, oh yeah, by the way, she was always the Scarlet Witch. And it's like, well, no,
it tied up some things. It linked to Doctor Strange. It was in my opinion, it was necessary leading to Doctor Strange.
I thought it was brilliant series.
And obviously, like Falcon and Winter Soldier, I mean, we didn't really get much progression from the likes of.
Bucky and Sammy did.
No, I mean before the series.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like Bucky, obviously we got a lot of progression from him, but Sam, he was kind of like...
He needed the series. Sam
Yeah.
needed the series more than Bucky needed
Yeah.
the series.
And just like, there's a reason it was done, so... I don't know, I don't mind the series, I actually quite like them.
Me neither. And there's one thing for certain, is that I've never watched the Arrowverse. Maybe we will in the future. But if and when we do, I've got very high standards because of Marvel. So if Arrowverse isn't very good, sorry DC fans, but they're going to get ragged on a lot.
I think they just know, the thing was with Marvel though...
Wait, don't compare them too much like DC.
I'm
Because
not comparing them.
It might be our podcast.
I'm not comparing them with anything. I'm just saying the thing that Marvel's, I think, is aced when it comes to the series is, one, the cliffhangers. They know how to do a good cliffhanger and just like make you want to throw your TV screen across the room.
Yep.
But also like, I like how they like have just completely changed the structure. It's not like just a movie broken down.
Yeah.
It feels, it is like a series structure.
But without essentially going... for some reason my Siri was on my watch. But they've done that without essentially going, this is a series, not a movie, it's a step down.
Yeah.
None of the series felt like a step down for any
They
of
were
the
just
characters.
as important. Yeah.
Like
Which is why
us,
I'm excited for
us trying to explain where Marvel's going next to our family who haven't watched the series is just a pure nightmare. You've got to sit there and go, just watch the bloody series.
Yeah, it is annoying. But it was like that for What If though. Like a lot of people didn't want to watch it, but the first thing we said straight away was, so this is obviously Marvel's way of seeing how people react to the multiverse,
Yeah.
and them telling stories outside of this universe that we've seen.
Yeah.
So it was like, obviously we watched it and we really enjoyed it, even though it was more of a kiddie thing.
It was more tailored to kids, apart
But-
from the odd episode that was.
with giant children, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But that's what, this is why I'm excited for this, because I know it's not like, oh, this isn't like an important character yet, so this series isn't going to be any good.
Yeah.
We know this series is going to have like all the action. It's going to like be good quality.
It's got good actors in it.
Yep. Hopefully it'll be a good story.
Yeah. So that was our reaction to Moon Knight. Let us know down in the comments some stuff about Moon Knight that we can read and, talk to yous. Katie's going to be responding to all comments on this video.
Am I?
Yep. That's what we get. That's what we actually get some comments.
Uh-huh.
From now on, if you comment... Let's think. From now on, if you comment, Katie's going to respond to all comments. Unless you're nasty, in which case you might get a strongly worded reply off me. But,
Why?
just in case they're nasty. Don't be nasty, be nice.
I mean, why do I have to respond to them? Not that I don't want to respond to them, but why do I
Just
have to?
because I'm delegating.
Yeah.
I'm in charge.
I'm not very good at that kind of thing.
You are? You just got thanks. Be talkative. These people are watching us
I'm
be
an
talkative.
introvert.
Oh, for God's sake, shut up. Shut up! Anyway, yeah, comment, let us know some stuff down here. Let us know why you love the series so much. Let us know which one was your favourite series and why. And yeah, Katie will respond to you. Then like the video, subscribe, ding the bell to be notified when we upload. We upload every day. Anything else you want to say, Katie?
What was your favourite series? I think I've ever asked you that. WandaVision.
Really loved WandaVision. Like, I really liked all of them, but I really felt like Elizabeth Olsen was brilliant in WandaVision. Like, it isn't like an episode nominated for something. Best moment of the year or something.
Is it the Emmys or something?
Something
I think
like
she's
that.
been nominated for Emmys.
But like, I loved... Which episode was it that I loved? I loved the episode where you saw her going into the facility where she found Vision's body.
Or like the flashbacks where
Yeah.
it shows you. Yeah, that was a good episode.
And then the last episode was heartbreaking.
Those last two episodes were.
I also loved how it was like Agatha against Elizabeth Scarlet Witch, and they were sort of having this epic sort of magic battle. And then there's Vision and other Vision who is just there having a intellectual debate.
We're having a
And
conversation. Yeah.
that was their battle. Yeah, I really loved that. What's yours?
Loki.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, Tom Hiddleston's an incredible actor, and I liked.
National treasure is what he is.
Yeah. I liked that it introduced the multiverse.
Yeah.
The introduction of Kang, which was just like insane.
Mm.
It was just yeah.
Even though you were slow to notice that it was Kang.
Well, that's because I didn't.
I knew the actor
didn't
that was playing it.
recognise that was the actor. But
As soon as I saw him, knew exactly who it was, and I was.
I feel like though there would have been a few people that were in the same boat that didn't recognise the actor right off the bat.
And there's a name for those people, and it is untrue fans. I'm joking, by the way. I'm joking. Please don't kill me.
You just said about us getting nasty comments. That you've just opened the door.
Yeah, but people have to realise when I'm joking, otherwise this relationship isn't going to work.
Yeah, but you don't. You people don't understand your sarcasm. We've already been over
Look
this.
up the definition of sarcasm, and you'll see a picture of me and my dad and Ryan Reynolds. Yeah. Thank you for watching.
I need to know.